Hi everyone, I'm Anna, and a piece of writing that I found persuasive was an opinion piece I read this morning in Al Jazeera. It was written by the UN Undersecretary General. Her name's Winnie Byanyima, and she wrote about why spiraling inequality won't fix itself and we need a movement. I found her article convincing because she draws a very direct comparison between a lot of the worldwide ultra rich people that she references, the ones that met in Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum this week, with the daily income of people in developing nations, which is like $2.15 a day in many cases. And she draws this stark contrast between how these people are just living in a cycle where they can only, like, even as nations, not just people, but as nations, they can only like produce just enough to pay their debt, because the richest nations and the richest people in those nations have pretty much, they've manipulated our world banking systems to benefit themselves. Probably doesn't come as a surprise to anyone, but she doesn't catastrophize about it, which I found to be also convincing. I didn't write her off because she doesn't act like the sky is falling, but she describes in really concrete detail the contrast between these two groups and the need, as she sees it, for a worldwide movement to stop this inequality spiral. She also relies on documented statistics. She talks about access to health care. She talks about daily income. It's concrete, real world things that affect people. And because she relies on these real world scenarios, and she very eloquently drew her contrast between the ultra rich and the nations that they're pretty much making all their money off of, these people um, who, but there's so many more of the poor people, and if they just organized and formed a movement, we could change this. I found that super convincing. Thanks.